All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy May 31st. Is it officially summer? It's officially summer because it got hot yesterday and we're feeling it. So I know the kids are home or the kids are going to be home next week. So hopefully you've organized your schedule. You have some things planned out. And so you're not running around like crazy, telling them to be quiet while you're on Zoom calls. I know how you feel. I share that same sentiment with you, but we have scheduled summer camp as well as the boys club out here in our area. If you're in this area where I'm at over the Altamont, the Boys and Girls Club is $60 for the year, and I could drop the kids off from 10 to 4 o'clock. And so I've put some things in place to make sure that I can be present, but also be able to make sure that they're having fun and they're having a really good summer. So excited for today. I got some things. Go ahead, Nicole, really quick before I get started.
I was just gonna say in Oakland it's 50 and it's 8 to 4.
One more time. It was kind of muffled.
In Oakland it's 50 and it's 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Beautiful. Peace out, kids. Love you. Go have a great day. Get out of the house. Go do something active. Have some fun with some other kids. So I'm going to have somebody take us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. And that person is going to be, all right, Christina, I saw you smile as soon as I said it. Montiel, you're up. Let's go to you. I'm going to have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Or Friday morning. So let's go.
Good morning. Raspy voice today, but whatever happened this week that it wasn't on the plan, today is a better day and a better week coming ahead. So let's just put that mindset ahead of us, that positive mindset that you're going to get the client, you're going to get the listing, you're going to get the buyer. And let's just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Smile, smile, smile. Whatever comes your way, keep smiling, because that makes such a big difference. Take that 5 minutes, curse that person away, but then smile and believe on yourself, because things will change.
That's right. I absolutely love that. And I appreciate the sentiment, you guys. I believe that winning, I believe that success is all a choice. And you guys have a choice to be doom and gloom. You have a choice to say, and I'm positive about the day, no matter what. That's a simple choice. Our 19-year-old daughter, she's not here right now. She's at work, but every day she comes home, she's like, oh, we were so busy and we were this and that. And I'm like, Larissa, the alternative is that you're broke and you're asking us for money to do anything that you want to do. Be fortunate that you get to be busy, that you have people coming into Starbucks, that you get to make coffee for them, that you get to socialize. And so it's just like you have a choice. So it's like, if we can help her at a young age, hopefully she'll change her mindset as she goes forward. But for a lot of us, we didn't have somebody like myself in our corners growing up. I don't know about you, but my mom was never about positive mindset, about mental conditioning. I had to learn that later on in life and when I was in my 30s, right, you guys? So you got to think, like, a lot of these things that we talk about mental conditioning and preparation and positive mindset, for some of us, this shit is new. Unless we are athletes, right? And a lot of that is talked about when we're in sports, but unless we are athletes, some of this stuff is new to us. And so sometimes when you hear this, positive thinking and mental conditioning and you're a winner as long as you believe you are, some of this shit is foreign to us. And I get it, you guys, on the real. But when you really start diving into mental conditioning, that's when your life completely changed. And it changed for me. As soon as I found Tony Robbins, as soon as I started doing the work, I was literally in my 30s. I was a completely different person prior to that. So I appreciate the sentiment, Christina. I'm going to go right now to our presentation for the day. I put some things together. So if you were on your phone right now and you can't hover over a QR code, it's all good. I'm going to paste this right here to our Mentimeter. And this is just a cool way for us to get super engaged and super involved in the conversation. So if you're driving, don't do this. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to share my screen right now. And there's a QR code on the far left side of my screen. So what I want you to do is I want you to get involved in this conversation. Your contributions, your answers are going to be super important to this session. So I'll give you guys a second, get you all prepared, get you ready to go. And then if you are driving, obviously be safe, keep your eyes on the road. But if you're in a stationary place, follow along with me. So First question is, or the first thing I wanted to share with you, and I follow this channel on IG. It's called Rare Mentalities. I'd highly recommend that you follow that as well. Instead of focusing on how difficult the journey will be, think about how great your story will be. And what I mean by that is that all of you are going to face challenges over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, next couple of months, next couple of years. We're all going to face challenges, all right? That's a given. But instead of saying, oh my God, this is so hard, like embrace that and say, what is my story going to look like in 3 years from now? How have I changed my life? What car am I driving? What experiences have I created for me and my family? Where have I gone? Right? How many vacations have I taken? How much money have I been able to save? Did I put my homies on? Did I put my mom on? Was I able to give them things that I never had as a kid growing up? Right? So like, think about how great your story will be. And when you think about that and everything that your life can be in the next couple of years, it should fill you with emotion, should get you excited. So stop focusing on how difficult this journey will be and really think about how great your story will be in the coming years. And that really resonated with me. Let's go right into this, you guys. I want to hear from you. I want you to rate how this week went for you. And this is part of the engagement. All you do is you hover over that QR code, type in your answers, or use the link that I put down in the chat down below and write your answers there. So I'm happy with my performance. I achieved or surpassed my weekly goals. I knew what to focus on. I felt motivated, or I felt completely out of sync. So go ahead, give you guys a second to respond. Let's get your responses in. I want to hear from you guys. All right, cool. Cool. I'll let these roll in. Give it a few seconds for everyone to answer that. And once again, if you're driving, be safe. Do not answer this if you are driving. All right, so let's keep cruising. Quite a few people said I knew what to focus on. Few people said that they were happy with their performance. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I'll give it about 10 more seconds and then we will move on and we'll go through these. All right, cool. Okay. All right. All right, cool. I will pause there. So most of the people that responded, and if you're not responding, please get involved in conversation if you're not driving. I knew what to focus on. So 3.9% of you guys said that I knew what to focus on. Now, there's a couple of you that said I felt completely out of sync. And if that is you and you responded, I felt completely out of sync, a couple of things need to happen. A, you need to really look at your structure. You need to look at your discipline. You need to look at how you're spending your time and make sure that you're not scatterbrained. Because scatterbrain happens, it's natural. I understand that. But if you need that additional help, I want to encourage you to get on my calendar for a one-on-one coaching session. Now, don't come to that coaching session without an open mind. Don't come to that coaching session with excuses. I will not accept that. What I will accept is the ability to want to help you. I'll accept that. If you come to me willing and open, say, Elias, I need a little bit of help, I'm down to serve, I'm down to help. But don't come to me with any excuses because I will not waste your time and I will not waste mine. So let's go to the next one. All right, guys. So next up is, what was your focus for this week? Was it prospecting? Was it organization? Was it your social media? Was it networking? Was it setting up an event? Was it making sure that you cleared out all of your inbox? Was it making sure that you followed up with all of your leads for the weekend? Like, what was your focus for this week? Good stuff. Health, prospecting. These are two that serve each other 100%. All right, let's keep them coming in, you guys. I only have 2 responses. Let's get a few more responses going on. All right. Following up with my buyers, following up with my leads. Intermittent fasting, farming, closing escrow, cool. Health, following up with buyers, getting systems and calendar into place to restart for the month of June. Ooh, I love this. I love this. Recalibration, 30-day checklist. Good stuff, you guys. I love this. Getting organized with systems. Let's see, following up with my pre-approved buyer. Cool. I love this, you guys. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff. And I really I'm excited for the people that are putting health in here. Even if you didn't, that should be something that is at the highest level of importance. And then also setting up for June. Here we are in the end of May. Right now we have to look at June, July, August. There's some things that need to happen differently because we're going to be busier. There's going to be all kinds of things for the summertime that we can start to plan on. 4th of July, what's that look like? What are your summer activities? Where's the list of all the fun places to go in your neighborhoods? Where are the greatest splash pads? Where's the places to take the kids? Where should you be going for the summer here in the Bay Area? Where's the best hiking trails? So as you think about how I'm setting up my next 3 months for summer, right? What are all the things that are going on in your area? Now start to unpack that, put it in your newsletter, put it in your communication with your consumers, send them text messages, send them emails, put it in a high note presentation, allowing them to know where all of the splash pads are within a 10-mile radius of your beautiful city. That's the types of things that we need to be talking about and thinking about, right? June, July, August, it's going to be hot as fuck for a lot of us. How can we help consumers know where to go, where to have fun, where to get away from the heat? These are things that we need to be thinking about. And I love your guys' responses. Organizing my house, negotiating repairs, and getting my steps in, following up with buyers, following up, preparing for when school gets out so I can focus on grinding. Good stuff, parents. I love this. Let's keep cruising on with the presentation. One thing that you accomplished this week, and let's just be real, like one thing that you're super, super stoked about was that you worked out 5 times, was it you got in a contract, was it that you got your listing signed, was it that you booked that hard appointment, that it was really, really tough? Like what was that one thing that you were super, super stoked on that you accomplished this week? And share with the group, and I'll give you guys a second to respond. All right, I want to know intermittent fasting, who's doing that? Feel free to throw a hand up, because intermittent fasting, it's challenging, but I promise you, you'll see results. You'll feel a lot better. Get back into better morning routine. All right, cool. Got into my first deal, and I knew that person would probably raise their hand. So let's continue getting our responses in. But who janice that? I think it's Janice, but I don't know. Janice, was that you? Janice going once, Janice going twice.
Yes,
Who got
was
into
me.
my first
It
deal?
was me.
What's
It
up?
was me.
How are you?
Good.
How the
How
heck are you? Yeah, how you feeling?
Good,
Good,
good.
that's
Hoping
it?
I don't mess anything up.
All right, all right. Well, hey, congratulations. Tell us a little bit about this deal. We're super stoked. Let's give her some love, some light, some positive energy for getting into her first of many with us. Not her first deal, but first of many with us. So tell us about it.
Actually, it is my first deal ever in life.
What? What?
Yeah. And it kind
Let's
of just fell
go.
into my lap. Thank goodness for friends. So everybody really nourish your relationships with your friends and people on the team, because I was just going to support another person on Team Fast. They had an open house. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to come, because open houses are boring when you're there by yourself. So I was like, let me come, let me support you. And I showed up, and she had a couple of other friends. They came through and they were like blasting out the listing to other people. And so I didn't want to be the one person that didn't. So I told a friend just to like come through, because he knows a lot of people. He showed up and then was like, well, I want it. And I was like, what? He was like, you're going to be my agent? Because I want it. And so that was on Saturday. He brought his friend by on Sunday, and we put in the offer on Tuesday. It got accepted on Wednesday.
Boom. And that's what's up. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. I absolutely love this. First of many. I see people on the screen put finally hit 230 pounds on the bench. That's the weight. I don't care who you are. That's the weight. Congratulations. Able to succeed in helping my fiance potentially leave a job that he hates. Hey, listen, congratulations, because nobody wants to be in a position where they absolutely hate going to work every single day. So appreciate you guys' contribution on this. Now, we're going to shift gears a little bit, because we're going to talk about some closing skills today, because I want to give you guys some really cool dialogues and some things to say to your consumers, but I want you to rank yourself right now. And on a scale from 1 to 10, I want you to rank your closing skills, meaning like, shit, you give me the phone, I'm gonna close somebody and I feel really confident about my closing skills, or you just don't feel confident in closing people. You have good rapport, you know how to open up, great conversation, but you just always have a challenge with closing people for an appointment. So let's get as many responses in, because this will act as a survey for me into how to better serve you guys. All right, so we got an 8.5 in there. We got a 7, we got a 5, we got a 9, we got a 6.5. Okay, cool. A 5, 6.5, another 5. Okay, keep them coming, you guys. All right, a 2. Okay. All right. Appreciate the honesty. All right, let's get a couple more in there. All right, cool. So once again, guys, I want you to highly encourage you to get involved in this conversation. It's important. 7.5. I love this. Some people are at the very, very high spectrum of closing. And listen, I'm not saying closing is anything that has to be viewed as negative. Closing means that you're able to give the consumer a logical conclusion about what's next in the conversation, in the sales funnel, or throughout the process, whether you're listing their home or helping them buy a home. So I want to get a quick idea of where you guys are at in your skills, and we're going to go to a couple things really quick. But before I do so, quick little drum roll, and then let's go here. All right. So what is your business superpower right now? And I want to hear from you guys. Is it your tenacity? Is it your energy? Is it your ability to keep shit real no matter what? Is it your energy that you run laps around people? Like, what is it? What is your superpower right now in this game? Is it your organization? Is it your mindset? I don't know. There's tons of things that it could be, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you believe your superpower is right now in business? And when we have all these words on the screen, make sure to take a picture of this, share this on social media, because I think that these things are cool. People always resonate with stuff like this. All right. So what is your superpower in business? People have said my relations, systems, persistence, consistency, understanding, empathy, organization, interpreting the data. Ooh, I love that. Interpreting the data. Okay, cool. What else? Let's see, understanding, let's go here. Systems, interpreting the data, empathetic communication. All right, cool. Keep them cruising, you guys. Keeping it real. All right. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. All right, now, thank you for your contributions. I appreciate the insight. Let's go a little bit, likability. Ooh, I like that. Knowledge of the documents. All right, cool. Good stuff, you guys. Empathy was a huge one. Kenny, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just want to hop on. I just found out we were a #1 team in California last year for units. It just released today, this morning, on Real Trends. So Real Trends, you guys gonna see a lot of Real Trends on Instagram like all week. But we were #4 for sales volume. I just found out.
So number 1 in units
for California. So last year they had like, I'm not talking shit. Last year they had like some brokers that submitted their entire company. So we were like #3 or something. So it was a lot of big companies on it where they submitted thousands of units for an entire brokerage. So we're like the true team, like not a bridge. So we want #1 spot all California.
I mean, you guys, I'm just going to pause for a second. Like shit like this means the world to me. You know, Kenny and I have been rocking for many, many years, building this company. Like I literally have chills right now. And it's because of you guys. It's because of your tenacity, your ability to work your asses off and represent this company, your consumers at the highest level. So I'll tell you what, you guys, I'm filled with emotion. Kenny, I appreciate you sharing that. And that's a perfect interruption. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go to this next one, you guys, and we're going to get right into some dialogue. What is your kryptonite? We obviously know what our superpower is, but what's the kryptonite? The kryptonite is the things that are holding you back from your success. Is it you tending to be lazy, not working out? Is it your inability to have an effective calendar? Is it lack of discipline? Is it your late night? Is it eating ice cream at 11 p.m.? Like, what is the kryptonite for you that is not serving your life and your business? Let's hear from you. All right, so fear, time management. All right, cool. Feeling nervous, insomnia. Okay. Feeling nervous. I'm going to actually write that one down. Keep them cruising, you guys. Keep them cruising. Self-discipline. Insomnia, feeling nervous, time management, consistency, procrastination. So I'm curious, when someone says self-discipline, if you're not disciplining yourself, then who is, and what is in control? Right? Like when I hear self-discipline, who else is going to discipline you? Right? We don't have parents that are going to discipline us. Like who else is responsible to keep you responsible for all the things that you know that you need to do in life and business? Imposter syndrome, consistency, self-doubt, failure, planning ahead. Cool. The new normal, uncertainty. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you guys sharing this. I really do. If any of these are something that you feel that I can help you with further, once again, I want to pause and I want you guys to get on my calendar. And like I said, this is an opportunity for you to have a little bit more of an intimate setting with me, go one-on-one for a few weeks and really find out what are the challenges. Because if you're challenged with self-discipline, time management, fear, imposter syndrome, there's not anything on this screen right now. And this is not being cocky. This is confident. There's nothing on this screen right now that I don't believe that I can help you with, or at least give you a different pathway. Right. And so if you are challenged with these things, please have the courage to stand up, raise your hand, say, hey, I need a little bit more support, because at the end of the day, we want you here. And if you love this business, let's put some insurance on it and make sure that we're asking for the help that we need. So good stuff, you guys. I appreciate your contributions and I appreciate your responses. Now, let's go into some dialogue. And this is where I'm going to ask you guys to take yourself off of mute. And we're going to get into some dialogue right now. Few of these things that I put on the screen come directly from the book, Exactly What to Say. And the reason why we're going to go through this is because what I'm finding, and when I looked at the people's closing skills, is that what I'm finding is that oftentimes we just don't know how to close. And this is just rooted in us all having very, very good sales skills and being able to have great communication. And so the first question that I want to ask somebody is how certain are you? And I want you to use this in a context of working with the seller or working with the buyer. You can kind of choose that formula and choose that dialogue. So I'll give you some context here. Say you're working with the seller and you're sitting out at the table and you're talking about potentially listing their home, and they don't want to stage, right? They don't want to declutter. They want to go in at a list price that is very, very unrealistic. Using these words, how certain are you? How could you frame that into your conversation? And I'll give you an example here. Hugo, I hear you loud and clear, but how certain are you that you're not going to get the return that you want by painting the interior of your house? How certain are you, Hugo? And how did you come up with that decision?
I mean, I'm not sure. You tell me. What have you seen? What do you think?
All right, so what just happened right there? So if you ask as a consumer, how certain are you? Well, I don't really know. I'm really not that certain. What do you think? Who do they shift the position back to? They shifted it back to you because why? You are the expert. They're really not that certain. They might not have an idea when they say, oh, well, we don't want to do staging because we don't want to spend the money. How certain are you that staging the home won't give you a higher return and get you more eyes in the more eyes on the property? How certain are you? So using that context and using those words allows you to have a different framework when talking with the consumer. And I'll give you guys another one and we'll go through some of these in a second. All right, Hugo, I really honor you. And this is me just talking to you, not in character. I really honor and appreciate how well you communicate, and you're also a closer. All right, you're a closer. So what I want you to do is I want you to use the framework of how open-minded you are to book me for an appointment. Say I am a seller, or say I am a FSBO, or say I am a buyer. You get to choose that. And I'll give you some examples here. Jessica, how open, do you consider yourself open-minded, Jessica?
Yes.
Okay, so since you're open-minded, here's what I want to do is I want to set up a time for you and I to talk. That way I can walk you through the entire buying process so you're educated and you know exactly what it's going to take to get your offer accepted in this very, very competitive landscape. I have some time tomorrow or today at 5. What works best for you? And here's what we're doing, Jessica. If you told me you're open-minded and then I said, here, let's do the thing since you are you going to go back and say, oh, no, I'm closed-minded? No, because you already said that you're open-minded. So Hugo, let's do this. You use that "are you open-minded" phrase and close me for an appointment, or use "how open-minded are you?" Either way you want to do it, it's the framework. But Hugo, let's have you give us an example of how you would use this simple sentence to get someone to go further with you in the conversation. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do it pretty simple. Let's do it like a buyer. Role play with you, right?
Correct. Yep.
So Elias, how open-minded are you?
I mean, I consider myself to be a super open-minded man.
Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad we're having this conversation because I mean, it sounds like you need to really go ahead and educate yourself, right, on what comes next. So
Totally.
let's go ahead and do this. I have some time tomorrow at 9 a.m. or at 1 p.m. We can go ahead and sit down, have some coffee, and we can go over the process about what we've been talking about for the past couple minutes.
Okay, cool. So if because instantly here's how I felt. Damn it, he got me. This is how I felt, and this is how I feel as a consumer. I already told him I'm open-minded. So what does that mean? That I'm open-minded. I can't go back on and say, oh, no, I'm not open-minded. Well, you just said that you're open-minded. So since you are open-minded, Hugo, here's what I want to do next. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit you with another one that I think that is really, really powerful. And Erica Lou, I'm going to have you take yourself off of mute, and I want to talk to you. All right. So Erica, based on what you told me, your intermittent fasting, you've been struggling a little bit about with time management. And I'm just using an example. I know intermittent is yours. The other ones they don't know.
It is.
You told me that sometimes you lack a little bit of discipline for whatever reason. You spend a little bit of time late night, watching too much TV where you could be doing other things with your time. Is that about right?
Yes.
So Erica, would it be crazy for me to think that you and I could get together for the next couple of weeks to do some one-on-one coaching to really unpack and discover the things that you're challenged with and find a plan to help you get through to that next level? Would it be crazy for me to think that way?
No, not at all.
All right. So since I'm not crazy, let's do this. I want to meet with you today at 5 o'clock. And I also want to meet with you next week at 5 o'clock for the first 2 weeks to really start charting a path and creating a plan for you that's going to help you get over those challenges. Does that make sense?
It does. I think that would be great. I think it would be good for me.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So in that same context, I want you to use, would it be crazy of me, whether it's a seller, whether it's a FSBO, whether it's an expired, or whether it's a buyer that is just looky-loo, or maybe they came to an open house, or maybe they're just kind of thinking about buying a house, but they've never gone through a buyer's consultation. Would it be crazy of me? Would I be crazy? I want you to use the context of this conversation and let's close for an appointment. Let's go.
All right, me?
Yep.
All right.
Hold on. I'm going to make it, I'll make it a little bit more intriguing. I'm going to have Otis be the consumer. All right. Cause Otis he's tough. All right. So Erica, let's use this. Would you be crazy? And let's talk to Otis.
All right. Let me see. Otis, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Hey, Otis.
Hey,
So
Erica.
I've seen that, you were looking at a few properties and you were interested in taking a look, maybe?
Yeah, I have. I have quite a few that I'd like to see if you have the time.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause you for a second. Do you have a piece of paper in front of you?
I do.
All right. So rip the page out.
Okay.
But before you do, write the word maybe on it.
Maybe.
Yep.
I looked up. I sure did. I said maybe.
All right, so take that fucking piece of paper, fucking crumble that shit up and throw it as far as you can. Dismantle the word maybe from your vernacular. That should never be in your vernacular. So let's go again from the start.
Look at this. Look at this dog. He went straight for the paper.
Yeah.
Went straight for the paper. Okay, let's redo.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, Otis. I seen that on my Real Scout, you were interested in a couple properties here in Oakland.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, sure. I would love to take you on those properties. Actually, let me go back. Would it be crazy for me to think that you might potentially be looking to buy right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing what's out there. I've been kind of keeping, my eye on the news. I heard about the settlement. I'm trying to save some money, so I know I have a little bit less time. So I'm just trying to see what's out there to see if I can get a good deal or not.
Absolutely. I have some time tomorrow at 3 p.m. Or even tomorrow at 11 a.m. to kind of beat traffic hours. Would you be interested in taking a stroll with me?
Yeah, one of those days works, but do you have a different time? That's kind of too early for me.
Okay. 3 p.m. wouldn't work for you?
3 p.m. works.
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
I'm gonna pause you for a quick second. Whoever has the ding going off, can you guys just mute that?
Yeah, sorry. That's me.
I'm going to pause you for a quick second because there's some things that you said that were really, really good here. And mind you, that's never going to be more nerve-wracking than right here. It never, I promise you that. So as soon as you get to the close, meaning that you're asking for the appointment, your voice changed and you use words like might and potentially, right? When you say, so you have to think about this. When I am going in for a close, it is certainty, it is conviction, and this is what we're doing. It's assertive, not might and potentially, because might means maybe, so it's one of those words that falls right next to maybe. So it's assertive, it's direct, and it's concise. And then you said, would you be interested? Would you be interested is very subservient type of language. So what you want to do is you want to take him from a context of, Otis, would it be crazy to think that since you've been looking at so many homes, you're really, really new to the buying process, would it be crazy for me to want to sit down with you and just educate you on everything that you need to know about the buying process? Would it be crazy of me to think that way?
Yes, Elias, you're right.
Would it be, oh, I'd be crazy? Okay, cool. This conversation's done. No. So the idea is that he's not going to call you crazy. Of course, he wants to talk a little bit more about the buying process and what it takes to get an offer accepted in today's market. Of course, he's going to want to. So I liked what you did there. Change some things up just a little bit. Otis, let's go over to you, my man. Let's have Erica be the consumer, and you use that context as well as, would it be crazy for me to think?
Okay. Oh, so starting right from right there.
Yeah, to book her for the appointment using that.
Okay.
Would it be
I got
crazy
you.
for me to think and maybe unpack it, give a little context, obviously, but let's use those words.
Hi, Erica. How you doing? I see that you have a lot of inquiries here in Fairfield. I have a bunch of time this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, all day. What would be a good time for us both to get together to go look at some properties and talk over everything from A to Z about buying a home?
Hold on. We missed the whole line there.
Oh, okay. Oh, the real crazy. Okay, I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
Let's go back. Let's go back. You got it.
Erica, would it be crazy of me to think that since you're looking at so many properties in Fairfields, that this weekend, no matter what day it is, Saturday, Sunday, I will set aside a whole block of time for you to get with you to go over the whole entire process. That way, in case you feel ready to move forward, we can keep looking at as many houses as you like and start with the pre-approval process. How does that sound to you?
That sounds good.
Yeah, good
That's
stuff.
really good.
Right, Erica? So Erica, going through this exercise, and obviously, like I said, it'll never be more nerve-wracking here. What are some of your thoughts and what are some of your takeaways from the conversation?
Definitely my flow. And I think that there was a million things going on in my mind when I was, right now when I was role playing with Otis, on how I should approach the situation. I think the biggest struggle for me is I might know what I'm going to say, but I don't know what my consumer is going to say to me. I don't know what they're going to hit me with next. They might throw me a curveball and I just might not be ready for it. So I think I need to definitely role play some more and come up with all different types of scenarios, or just be more comfortable with what I'm going to say next. Because
Totally. And being in that moment, because we never know what they're going to say. However, if you think about consumer objections, whether buyer, seller, the consumer objections, you can literally write them down and they're pretty much going to be the same. It's going to be time, it's going to be money, it's going to be disbelief, it's going to be fear, it's going to be anxiety. If you write down all of the objections that a consumer might have, the list isn't that long. And so what we do is we practice our dialogue. So when it comes to these conversations, you know where to go. It's not that I'm finding or I have something to say based on what they're saying. No, I'm letting them talk. I'm processing, I'm pausing and saying, you know what, here's what we do next. And that all comes through experience, but I think you did a really, really good job. Let's go to D. Bledsoe and then I'll come right back to you, Otis. You had your hand up. D. Bledsoe.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback off of what you said. Like, I think we spend a lot of time working on scripts to talk to the consumer, but you have to spend just as much time as your rebuttals. I don't think there isn't any rebuttal some buyer or seller can come at me that I'm not going to be ready for. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like when we talked about when we had our one-on-one, I think that a lot of the newer agents, they've already surpassed the open house, door knocking and stuff like that. They need to really start focusing on writing contracts and rebuttals, because your rebuttals is going to get you in contract, and you need to know how to write a contract. So I think for everybody that's listening that gets scared, like Erica says, first you got to own that. I've been helping Richard out with the VA stuff, and he gets a little tense off of having scripts right there. But I think we all try to make things our own, but those rebuttals are just as important as your scripts. You have to know, you have to be ready when they're throwing that fastball back at you. Are you going to catch it, or are you going to get popped in the face? So I think
That's
that,
right.
spend just as much time on the rebuttals than the script and reaching out to the client, because they're going to say something back, and we can't just be like, oh, chicken sandwich.
That's right. And here's the thing, Erica, it goes for everybody on the call. It's like we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to have a prescription, and the prescription equals the pathway that we are going to take our consumer down, whether buyer, seller, investor, whoever it is. And so they're looking to us as the leaders and as the experts. But you're going to run across those people that always want to win, that they're right, that they think they have all the answers. And those are going to be some of the most challenging conversations. That's why knowing when to phrase things such as this, it will help you get further in the conversation and get you further down the funnel. When I think about the funnel, the funnel is really big at the top. What I'm trying to do is funnel people down to the bottom, which is an appointment, it's a consultation, it's a face-to-face, it's coffee, because that is where we need to be spending most of our time, is in front of a consumer. But Erica, we'll go to you really quick, and then over to D. Bledsoe.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up, maybe I'm not the only one that's feeling this way, but I have a hard time, like Otis said, you have to own it. I have a hard time of owning it because of my conversation skills, not so much on relating to people and listening and understanding, but more so trying to not beat around the bush and just lay it straightforward, because I'm a very people pleasing person, and I will overthink, like, okay, I want to say this, but is it too like straightforward, or is it too like demanding? So I need to really work on how I'm gonna deliver something without being so stern and aggressive to where the people think that, oh, like she's doing too much. I need to find that balance of doing too much and being just right. I'm like, I need to be right in the middle.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it real with you. Just keep it real with them. Right. And even like prefacing, hey, Tom, I'm probably going to tell you some things that you may not want to hear throughout our time together, but it's things that you have to know and you have to hear. And so I'm just going to keep it real with you. And if I have permission to just be completely transparent with you and completely real, that's how I like to operate. People appreciate brutal honesty. There's times where I'm brutally honest with you guys. You say, damn, coach, I was a little tough. But then you'll reflect back on it weeks later, be like, bro, thank you for that conversation. My business partner, Kenny, is super direct. He doesn't pull punches. He just tells it how it is. And I tell you what, when you communicate that way, people respect it. People respect it. And listen, I've spent a little bit of time. I think you're a great communicator. I think you have great conversation. But even if you went and you were a little bit more aggressive with the communication, I don't think people are going to be offended. I just don't think it's in you. And I promise you, there's probably days with your son where you're like, no, do this, stop it, go. And he listens, right? So it's like you have that gene in you. So I think that it would just start to come naturally. Like, don't be fearful of keeping it real with the consumer and being short, sweet, and to the point with them. They appreciate that stuff, and it's needed sometimes. So good stuff. I appreciate your contributions, Otis. Thank you, Vanessa, for the contribution in the chat. Thank you, Erica. Let's go D. Bledsoe, and then we're going to shift on to another one.
You guys talked a bunch of topics for me.
Wait, say that one more time. You're breaking it deep. You're breaking up bad. No. All right, come back in a minute, okay? Because I'm sure you have some good contribution, or if you have time to put it in the chat. But how open-minded are you? Is it crazy for me to think? And let's go through one more here. I think I got one more here. Okay, cool. What is your experience? I absolutely love this dialogue, because what's going to happen is that you're going to have buyers that maybe don't want to do a buyer's presentation. Okay. And this needs to be the new norm, because the moment that we don't do a buyer's consultation means that we do not have an ability to discuss agency, nor do we have the ability to discuss compensation. If you have that cocky, like know-it-all type of buyer that bought a house 5 years ago, or same with a seller that's saying, oh, I'm probably just going to do it on my own. I don't really need representation. And so I think that this is a really, really positive one. What is your experience? And this can go in several different directions. So who wants to take a crack at this one? What I mean by that is that if you're working or calling a seller or you're working with a buyer and they say, oh, no, Hugo, no, Sebastian, no, Jessica, we don't need to go through that. We understand the buying process, right? How can you use the phrase that I just shared with you on the screen, and let me share it one more time. What is your experience to help get you further in the conversation and take control back? What I want us all to be in is constantly in control in the conversation. So who wants to take a shot at this one? All right, Marissa, let's go. Thank you for raising your hand. Let's go.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. So, all right, Elias. So what is your experience in the home buying process that you are knowledgeable of?
Oh yeah, we purchased a few houses. The last purchase we made was in 2018. Yeah, so we're super knowledgeable.
Okay. So what kind of process did you work with the agent at that time? What was your experience?
Yeah, we did. His name is Richard.
Oh, cool. And so you already worked with the agent. So when you were working with that agent, what did you guys sorry. What was the experience like? Was he there for you?
I see where you're going, and let me pause you. So if I purchased a home in 2018 and that was my last, what's a better question to ask them right then with the same context of what's your experience?
If you purchased it back.
No. What's your experience purchasing a home in today's competitive market?
Oh, in today's competitive market. Okay.
Yes. So what's your experience of purchasing a home in today's market? Ask me that.
What is your experience in purchasing a home in today's market? Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can. I don't have any experience. My last time was in 2018. Marissa, you still there?
Yeah, sorry. It keeps cutting out. So yeah, your last experience was in 2018. So it's going to be completely different now. The market's changed since 2018. As you know, we went through COVID and a lot of other things that happened within the last 5 years. So sorry, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. I'm listening. Hold on, you guys. Can you guys hear Marissa? Sorry, I don't know if there's a disconnect. Marissa, we can hear you loud and clear, but you keep on going on mute. Now I can't hear you.
Maybe I'll turn off my video. I'm not sure because it keeps freezing on my side, but I can hear you guys, but you guys just keep freezing.
All right, so hold on. Just stay with me because I want to continue this conversation. So,
okay.
What is your experience? And I told you, oh yeah, we have tons of experience and we bought a house in 2018. So let's take it from right there.
Yeah, so the market has completely changed since 2018. So definitely working with the agent will help you, or working with me will help you guide you with the market, what the market looks like right now. Sorry, I can't.
No, it's okay. That's why we're practicing this. So if somebody says, yeah, thanks for showing us the house. We just want to look around. And you say, okay, perfect. Here's what we do next. We always do our buyer's consultation. They say, oh no, we've been through all that stuff. Okay, cool. So Marissa, what's your experience in purchasing a house in the last 12 months in the Bay Area? What's your experience?
I don't have any experience with purchasing a home in the last 12 months.
Right. And the experience that you had in 2018 is vastly different than the experience that you'll have this time, because there's so many new things that are happening, new ordinances, and it's just a different market. So here's what we're going to do next. I want to make sure to educate you on everything that you need to know about purchasing a home in today's market. And I'm going to show you the differences. And I'm also going to share with you my strategy and how we're going to get your offer accepted in this very, very competitive landscape that is completely different than 2018. I'm available today as well as tomorrow. What would work better for you, 2 or 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
Okay, cool. So you use the context of their experience and you say, what is your experience in today's market to flip the script on it? But you did a good job. And sorry, there was just a little bit. There was an audio disconnect.
My clinic where I work has no signal, so I wasn't sure if you guys were able to hear me.
You did a good job. Great job.
Thank you.
Start to come full circle in the conversation. I got a couple more. D, you want to try one more time and then go right over to Catherine Cato? No? Okay. All right. Catherine Cato, what is your contribution? Let's hear from you.
I just wanted to try the role play, just see if I could do it.
All right, cool. Let's give her some love, some light, some positive energy. I think she's got this. All right. So are you taking do you have one in mind, or you want to go with this last one?
I think I could go to this one since it's a little challenging than the last one.
All right, let's go. So what is your experience is the dialogue. So there you go. Here it is. Let's hear from you, Catherine Cato.
Okay, let's start it. So, Elias, what is your experience in today's market?
Well, we purchased a few homes a couple years ago. So yeah, we understand the buying process.
Well, is it fair to say that in 2018, it was a different market than right now, 2024? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say. Absolutely.
Okay, well then let's do this. Since you know that it is a different market from 2018 to 2024, let's actually sit down and have a one-on-one so I can let you know what is actually different about 2024 and 2018. And if you think that it is different and you don't know exactly what's changed in the home buying process, I can let you know. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right, perfect. Does 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock work for you?
2 o'clock works perfect for me. You know what?
All right, perfect, Elias.
That was really, really good, because what she gave me as a consumer was contrast to make me understand that things are way different. Well, since you understand that things are, so she used exactly, guys, this is closing 101. She used exactly what I told her to go to the logical conclusion of a close. Meaning she said, do you think that there's any differences from 2018 to 2024? Well, yes. Well, since you understand that there are differences, let me educate you on what needs to happen today. Textbook. And it's the same thing. When you're talking to a consumer and they say, well, yeah, I'm open-minded. Okay, wonderful, Tom. Since you said that you're so open-minded about the buying process and learning more, here's what we do next, right? It's the same exact concept when we're thinking about that. And when we think about all the other closes and all the other dialogues that we just spoke about, right? Would it be crazy to think that since that you were brand new in the buying process, you don't really have a person that's in your corner educating you on everything that you need to know about the buying process? Would it be crazy for me to want to sit down with you and explain the buying process and how to win in today's market? Would it be crazy for me to think that way, Catherine?
No, it's not at all.
All right, cool. So let's do this. And listen, I'll make it really easy on you. My job is to educate you and make this whole process super easy. But first off, I just have to help you understand what it's going to take to win in today's market. Let's do this, right? So textbook, really, really good. Otis, you had your hand up, bro. Let's go to you really quick.
That was fire. I would say light up the chat, but everybody already lighting it up. Take this as a learning moment. I know a lot of people are scared to get on here, and there's people that got deals that are scared to get on here and speak that shit. She just got on here.
I'm a little scared.
No, but you got up, you took a chance, you gambled, and you fucking did that. So you keep that energy, and you're gonna do great in this business. I just think
that's
that
why I gotta
stop
stop doubting myself. I do always, yes.
That's a lot of people on this call. You did great, Captain, and I just wanted to let people know that don't be afraid to get on here. I mean, would you rather sound stupid or not knowing not knowing to us, or would you rather lose a client and possibly thousands of dollars if you don't do it? So that was a great job.
Thank you so much, Otis.
Yeah, really, really good job. Love and light to you guys. I appreciate your guys' contribution. There's a quote here for you, and it says, change your words, change your world. Right? Change your words, change your world. When I think back on my career in sales, and I've been in the sales game since I was 17 years old, slanging long distance telephone service over the phone in a fucking sweatshop, right? That's how I started in my sales career. And I was closing like nobody's business. I remember being 17 and getting a weekly paycheck for $450. Now, at today's money, that's not much, but at 17, being a kid from the streets, getting a check for $450, I was balling. I was balling at 17 years old. And so change your words, change your world. What I've learned over my career, and I'm still learning to this day, is that my use of words has catapulted my career. My use of words has helped impact your lives and has impacted the lives of others. My use of words, the proper words in the proper way, has helped build this company to now be #1 in all of California for units. But The point is that I study the words, the cadence, the flow, the pause, the diction, in order for us to be able to have the most effective communication with the consumer. There'll be times where you're in a coaching session with me and you'll say something and I'll hear it and I'll reverb it back to you. And then we'll have a dialogue on that and be like, oh, wow, thanks, Elias, for that. Well, you just told me that. I'm just using it to your advantage. And that is the power of using these words and having this type of dialogue. So you guys, I want to close this out. Let me go to the next one. And here's another close. And this is for somebody that is maybe the nostalgic home seller, right? There's a nostalgic home seller, and there's two types of people in this world. And I wrote this down because I want to make sure that I got this. There's two types of people in this world, Tom. There's people who resist change and favor, everything that's nostalgic. And there's those that move with the times to create better opportunities for their families. Which one are you? Which one are you? And Catherine, there's two types of agents in this world. There's the agents that come to group coaching 3 times a week. And those agents take what they're learning and they're applying it in their life and business. And the other type of person is who comes to group coaching 3 times a week, doesn't have their camera on, and doesn't take massive action with the information that is shared. Which agent are you? Which agent are you? Patrick, which agent are you? Right? So it's like, I saw that one. I'm like, God, there's 2 types of people in this world. There's the agents that come to every single training, every single coaching, and don't do shit with the information. And there's others that say, you know what? I'm going to take massive action because my time is valuable, my goals are valuable, and my lifestyle is valuable. So I'm going to do something with this information. Otis, you had your hand up again. No hand? D. Bledsoe, was that a hand?
I got it figured out now.
Wonderful.
No,
Which
I just want to say, speak confidently, like that goes a long way, but also speak honestly with these clients. A lot of time we build a rapport, and that's why they want to continue to work with us. I tell people all the time, I don't know, but I'll figure it out for you. Like, we don't have to pretend, and we don't have to put up a front in order to maintain our business. Just be honest and work for them like we're supposed to. Like you said, it's a prescription for a problem. They have a problem, we have the prescription, and so we help them fix the problem. But we don't have to overcomplicate it. Just be confident in what you say. You know what you know. You don't know what you don't know, but you work to figure it out. I haven't said it in a while, but work until it works. I love y'all.
That's right, my man. That's right. I knew it's coming, but good stuff. So let's just get a couple key takeaways before we wrap sesh. Let's go, Patrick. Patrick, key takeaways from our time together. Good to see you, big dog. Happy to be coming out your way. So if you guys don't know, we're going to be opening up an office in Daly City. So we're now going to have some opportunities for you guys to work down there. Patrick, thank you for being a part of that flow and that process, bro. Let's hear from you. Key takeaways from our time together.
For sure. Key takeaways today, and good to see you guys again. I haven't been here in a while, and goes to show, I mean, last week and this week too, I kind of fumbled it all up to keep it real. I put recalibration in there because it's very important. But what I took away from this meeting is the fact that we all are struggling with some self-insecurity in some sense. But from the OGs, right, the veterans, they keep telling us, be confident, be real, be authentic. And the only way we can do that is to be knowledgeable of what we say, and we just study it all up, keep that energy going, So that's my take.
I love it, bro. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Let me know. Super excited about Daly City, you guys.
Yes, sir.
Continue for us to impact another market. So good stuff. Let's go Samantha Benz. I saw your reaction. Let's go Samantha Benz. Key takeaways from our time together today. There we are.
So I was stoked about Daly City. That's like 10 minutes from, but I think it's inspiring to hear agents who started on the team like the same month I did just get into contract already. So like being in the right place at the right time, speaking confidently, and stop doubting yourself.
Yeah, God, I absolutely love it. You guys, really, really good contributions. Like I said, I'm always trying to find ways to to mix it up and shake it up, but there's always going to be consistency with our sessions, but I will try to find ways to shake it up for you guys because your engagement is just as important as my delivery of these conversations. And so, going back to this, change your words, change your world. I didn't have much growing up. I was a kid that was dealt a very bad hand, but through words, and I think about this, through words and energy, I was able to carve a lane in this business for myself. Words and energy. I was never the smartest dude in the room. I didn't go to college. I didn't have a degree. I learned so much throughout my years, and I read and I studied and I perfected language. And those are the things that have separated me in business. And that is part of my superpower. And I know that now, and I identify with that. And so change your words, change your world. That's what led to this ambassadorship with Inman, which I'm fucking so over the top excited for and grateful for. So we all have an opportunity through our words and the delivery of our words to change the course of our business and change the course of our lives. So I want to challenge you guys to really dive into books like this. If you have the ability to go get certifications through Phil Jones, but become masterful in the way that you deliver words, sequences, phrases, rebuttals, objection handling, and I promise you everything will change in your business. Speak it from the chest, head up, and be the person that you truly are. I appreciate you guys' time, your effort, and your energy today. And as always, keep it moving toward your dreams, goals, and vision. Peace.